हेलो बच्चों, आज हम इस लेक्चर में लास्ट जो पैसेज है हमारा सीसैट 2011 पेपर का वो लेंगे। तो पैसेज रीड करते हैं फर्स्ट। नाउ इंडियाज़ चिल्ड्रेन हैव अ राइट टू रिसीव एट लीस्ट 8 years of education. The gnawing question is whether it will remain on paper or become a reality. So, underline first 2 to 3 lines. One hardly needs a reminder that this right is different from the others enshrined in the Constitution, that the beneficiary, a 6-year-old child, cannot demand it, nor can she or he fight a legal battle when the right is denied or violated. In all cases, it is the adult society which must act on behalf of the child. In another peculiarity, where a child's right to education is denied, no compensation offered later can be adequate or relevant. This is so because childhood does not last. If a legal battle fought on behalf of a child is eventually won, it may be of little use to the boy or girl because the opportunity missed at the school during childhood cannot serve the same purpose later in life. This may be painfully true for girls because our society permits them only a short childhood, if at all. The right to education has become law at a point in India's history when the ghastly practice of female infanticide has resurfaced in the form of feticide. This is symptomatic of a deeper turmoil in society, which, compounding the traditional obstacles of the education of girls, tenacious prejudice against the intellectual potential of girls runs across our cultural diversity, and the system of education has not been able to address it. So, we have done with the passage. Now, underline the last 2 to 3 lines of the passage, and whenever you read the passage, highlight it with your pen, pencil or the finger, so that you can improve your focus on the passage and can understand the central idea of the passage. So, अभी हम क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हैं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, विथ रेफरेंस टू द पैसेज कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट, व्हेन चाइल्ड आर डिनाइड एजुकेशन, एडल्ट सोसाइटी डज नॉट एक्ट ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ देम. आवर passage is not saying this at all. Our passage is saying that in all cases it is the adult society which must act on the behalf of the child. Our passage is saying this, that adult society must act on behalf of the child. And statement is saying, when children are denied education, adult society does not act on behalf of them. So this is out of the scope of the passage. Eliminate this option. Eliminating this option, you can cancel option A and option C. Now you have option B and D. Now read second statement, right to education as a law cannot be enforced in the country. So this is also nowhere given in the passage. So this is also out of the scope of the passage. So eliminate this option also, and you can come to the right answer, that is D. So D is the right answer for this question. Now next question, according to the passage, what could be the traditional obstacles to the education of the girls? What could be the traditional obstacle to the education of the girls? So statements, first, inability of parents to fight a legal battle when the right to education is denied to their children. This is nowhere given in the passage. As you can see, passage does not talking about this at all. As you can see, nowhere in the passage author discuss this view. So actually we have read passage well, so you don't need to check it again if you read well. So first statement is out of the scope of the passage. Inability of parents to fight a legal battle when the right to education is denied to their children. Passage is saying that adult must act on behalf of them for the right to education to their children. So this is out of scope of the passage. So without reading all the statements, you can come to the right answer using elimination method. If you eliminate first one, you can cancel option A, option C and option D. So you will have the right answer as the 2, 3 and 4 only. So if you want to read what is 2, 3, 4, you can read. The traditional way of thinking about girls' role in the society. Yes, this is the given in the passage. The prejudice against the intellectual potential of the girls. Yes, this is also given in the passage. And improper system of the education. Yes, this is also given in the passage. Now we will see the second statement. The traditional way of thinking about the girls' role in the society. So traditional way of thinking is that right to education, this may be if a legal battle fought on behalf of a child is eventually won, it may be of little use to the boy or girl because the opportunity missed at the school during childhood cannot serve the same purpose later in life. This may be painfully true for the girls because our society permits them only short childhood if at all. So the right to education has become a law at a point in India's history when the ghastly practice of the female infanticide has resurfaced in the form of feticide. So this is symptomatic of a deeper turmoil in a society which compounding the traditional obstacle to the girls' education. And third statement, the prejudice against the intellectual potential of girls, that is also given in the passage. So tenacious prejudice against the intellectual potential of the girls runs across our cultural diversity. And fourth statement also given that improper system of education, that means the system of education has not been able to address it. That means improper system of education. So you can come to the right answer just eliminating the first one statement from the given options. So use elimination method by solving the comprehension. Now next question, on the basis of the passage consider the following statements. So first statement is right to education is a legal right and not a fundamental right. Now again, nowhere in the passage author discussed this, that right to education is only a legal right and not a fundamental right. He is saying that parents should fight legal battle for the right to education on behalf of their children, but he is not talking at all about the fundamental right. Right to education is fundamental or legal right. He is not talking about this at all. So लीगल राइट है या फंडामेंटल राइट है, ऐसा ऑथर ने बिल्कुल कहीं पर भी मेंशन नहीं किया है पैसेज में, इसलिए ये स्टेटमेंट जो है आउट ऑफ स्कोप ऑफ द पैसेज है, इसीलिए एलिमिनेट कर दीजिए इसे। तो आफ्टर एलिमिनेटिंग फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट यू कैन कैंसिल ऑप्शन ए एंड ऑप्शन सी। नाउ यू हैव ऑप्शन बी एंड डी। लेट्स रीड द सेकंड स्टेटमेंट। For realizing the goal of universal education, the education system in the country must be made identical to that of developed countries. As I said, try to eliminate the extreme keywords which are used in the statement or the question. So eliminating this statement which uses must extreme keyword, you can eliminate option B and you will have the right answer D. So D is the right answer, D is the correct answer for this question. Which one of the following statements conveys the key message of the passage? So what is the key message? As I said, key message is nothing but the important subject or important matter or important opinion of the author which he wants to convey us through his passage. So let's read the statements. So India has declared that education is compulsory for its children. So इंडिया ने क्या किया है, डिक्लेयर किया है कि एजुकेशन जो होना चाहिए वो कंपलसरी होना चाहिए उनके चिल्ड्रंस के लिए। तो ये ऑथर ने बिल्कुल भी मेंशन नहीं किया है कि एजुकेशन कंपलसरी होना चाहिए इंडिया के बच्चों के लिए। तो ये आउट ऑफ स्कोप ऑफ द पैसेज है। सो सेकंड स्टेटमेंट है एडल्ट आउट ऑफ स्कोप ऑफ द पैसेज है, इसलिए एलिमिनेट कर दीजिए इस ऑप्शन को। सो सेकंड स्टेटमेंट है adult society is not keen on implementing the right to education. Our passage is saying that, our author is saying that adult society must act upon on behalf of the child for the right to education. He is not talking about adult society is not keen on implementing the right to education. So this option is also out of the scope of the passage or opposite view of the author's opinion. So eliminate this option also. Now let's read the C statement. The right to education particularly of a girl child needs to be safeguarded. Yes, this is the key, this can be the key message given by the author. So this can be true. Let's read the D last one statement. The system of education should be addressed the issue of right to education. No, our author is not saying at all about this. Our author is saying that right to education should be safeguarded by the parents, by the adult society on behalf of the children, and it should be safeguarded for the girl child. So C statement is correct one. The right to education particularly of a girl child needs to be safeguarded. As author is saying that this may be painfully true for girls because our society permits them only a short childhood if at all. The right to education has become law at a point in India's history when the ghastly practice of female infanticide has resurfaced in the form of feticide. This is the symptomatic of a deeper turmoil in society which compounding the traditional obstacles to the education of the girls. So our author is saying nothing but the right to education particularly of a girl child needs to be safeguarded. He is discussing the issues faced by the girl child about the education and the mentality of the our society about the girl child. So he is saying that he is conveying the message that the right to education of particularly of a girl child needs to be safeguarded. So C is the correct answer for this question. So last question, which one of the following statement conveys inference of the passage? As I said, inference क्या होता है कि inference is nothing but the conclusion and conclusion is nothing but the result of the passage. So वी विल रीड द एंड इन्फ्रेंस जो होता है, कंक्लूजन जो भी होता है, उसका आंसर आपको पैसेज पे बेस्ड ही देना है. पैसेज में जो इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया है उसके बियॉन्ड नहीं जाना है और अपना पर्सनल नॉलेज बिल्कुल भी यूज़ नहीं करना है. एक्सट्रीम कीवर्ड्स जो भी है उसको एलिमिनेट कर देना है और जो भी स्टेटमेंट्स है जो आउट ऑफ स्कोप ऑफ द पैसेज है उसको भी आपको एलिमिनेट कर देना है. और एलिमिनेट करते वक्त आपको ये ज़रूर चेक करना है कि वो जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है जो ऑप्शंस में दी है उसको आपको पैसेज की इन्फॉर्मेशन के साथ जस्टिफाई करना है और उसके बाद ही आपको उसको एलिमिनेट करना है और एलिमिनेशन मेथड यूज़ करके ही आपको कॉम्प्रहेंशन सॉल्व करना है. सो लेट्स रीड द स्टेटमेंट्स. So first statement is the society has a tenacious prejudice against the intellectual potential of girls. Yes, this can be the inference. Let's assume that this is correct. So let's read the second statement. Adults cannot be relied upon to fight on behalf of the children for their right to education. So this is nowhere mentioned in the passage. So eliminate this statement because this is out of the scope of the passage. C statement, the legal fight to get education for children is often protracted and prohibitive. So this is also the legal to fight to get education for children is often protracted and prohibitive. So this is also nowhere mentioned in the passage and this is the out of the scope of the passage. So eliminate this option also. Fourth statement, there is no sufficient substitute for education received in childhood. Yes, this is given in the passage and this can be the inference. So now you have A and D. So after eliminating B and C, you have A and D. A is also given in the passage and D is also given in the passage. So but what inference we can draw from the passage is that there is no sufficient substitute for education received in childhood. So author is talking more about the education of the children received in their childhood and that should be safeguarded with the legal battle, and adult society should act upon that and should fight legal battle for the right to education for their children. So this is the correct answer for this question. This is also can be the right answer, but our author is not more focusing on this. Our author wants to convey the inference or conclusion that there is no substitutes for the education received in childhood. As you can see in the passage, he is saying that if in another peculiarity where a child's right to education is denied, no compensation offered later can be adequate or relevant, and this is so because childhood does not last. And he is also saying that if a legal battle fought on behalf of the child is eventually won, it may be of a little use to the boy or girl because The opportunity missed at school during childhood cannot serve the same purpose later in the life. So author wants to tell us that there is no substitute for education received in childhood. So this is the correct inference of the passage. So this is the right answer. D is the correct answer for this question. Hope so all of you understood. If you have any doubts you can ask me in the comment section. मेरे साथ जुड़े रहिए, हम बाकी के क्वेश्चंस भी सॉल्व करने वाले प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर में से। सारे क्वेश्चन पेपर हम 2011 से 2019 तक सारे क्वेश्चन पेपर हम सॉल्व करने वाले हैं और यूपीएससी का जो माइंडसेट है उसका पूरा हम अच्छे से स्टडी करने वाले हैं और उसके हिसाब से हमारा माइंडसेट भी हम सेट कर लेंगे ताकि हमारे कॉम्प्रहेंशन के जो भी आंसर्स हैं वो सारे करेक्ट आए और हम इजीली उसमें स्कोर कर पाए और एग्ज़ाम को क्रैक कर पाए। सो मेरे साथ जुड़े रहिए एंड डू नॉट टेक बर्डन, लर्न विथ फन एंड एन्जॉय लर्निंग। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।